I'll take your silence as a no. Don't worry, we're not leaving so soon. Again, interviews to conduct. But rack your heads.
Understood, sir.
I do have a quick question, actually.
Yes, Anushka?
Not about what we're doing, but before we go, could we get medical attention for friends here? Sort of points to Deep in particular. He's a bit...
He looks at Lambert and Kasai. Right, get to it.
Are
So I
we
just sort of
not-
grits her teeth at the order. Lambert just gets up. So. It looks as if Lambert just got the authorization to actually just tap out on all of his healing resources. So, that's it. So, who needs healing?
Me.
Hi.
Yes, maybe.
I have one in chat if you need healing. As I go open up.
I mean, if this counted for a short rest, then I could have used dice.
It would have counted as a short rest.
Okay. I'll do this then. Okay, 9, 14. Maybe like a little bit, because I'm at 14 now.
19 hit points to disperse amongst all of you guys after you expend your hit dice. Simple as that. So, Dorky, during the course of a short rest, you can roll what is called your hit dice. This is basically you healing as you take a short rest. You regain half of your hit dice, the total amount of your hit dice, after completing a long rest, rounded up. So when you complete a long rest, you are never going to get back all your hit dice, which means you should be mindful of just dropping them as soon as you have them for healing. D&D is a resource game. It's up to you if you want to use them right now, though. Obviously, you're safe to use one, because once you guys take a long rest, you'll get one back. If you decide to use both, then you're not getting the second one back.
I'll just use one.
Okay, if that's the case, you can just hit the hit dice button, and it will roll for you. It is your class's hit dice, so for a rogue it's a d8, plus your constitution modifier. Whatever the result is, you will heal that much. And you will lose one hit dice, but that's besides the point. You rolled the best possible result you can get. So that puts your 7 to 17 out of 15. You cannot overheal via hit dice. So you are maxed out at 15 after that one singular hit die.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, who does need healing by that then? Left
I'm
over.
good.
I'm good.
I will say Lambert can top you all of you off that aren't at full, and I'm just going to mark out only one spell slot.
Nice.
Delicious healing. And I still have a hit die in case I desperately need it.
Yeah, imagine needing it.
It's also because when you have a long rest, you only get half your hit dice back, so I don't like spending every single one.
Excuse me.
Fair enough. Lambert begins doing not only divine healing on you guys, but he also does some battlefield medicine well, yeah, none of you guys are shot with bullets or anything, so he doesn't remove any rounds from you or anything like that. But, you know, he tries to patch you guys up before he begins healing you. It's sort of... it's like layers of healing at that point. So yeah, you guys are patched up.
What about, Nelia? Nelia? Yeah, that's right.
Nelia doesn't ask for any healing.
Well, not for the healing, but like... What do we do with her?
I don't know. You guys tell me. In the meantime, I will say that Lyle and his two associates are going to go to the other side of the room and begin interviewing Vasa, Marika, and Zal.
Before
Lyle
he calls them
still isn't-
over,
What's up?
can I, like, walk over to them?
Sure.
I'll keep it very simple. I'll walk over, stand in front of them. I understand this might be disconcerting to you, and I offer you no contrition.
I don't
But
know what that
things
means.
must be done a certain way. We all have
Right.
tenets in which we must abide.
Right. Okay, let's get this over with. I'm not as dismissive as Vaso, but I concur. I don't know what you guys just said. I don't know. Sure. Whatever.
Too fancy. Makes order.
And good work out there. We depended on you.
I didn't do jack shit.
That's all that says that?
Yeah. He was one person for most of the fight, so.
He took a
You took blows that would have killed anyone lesser. Don't discount your contribution.
You're just trying to butter me up. Sweet of you.
And then I leave them to their fate.
Their fate.
I got shoot him.
Over here.
Oh, good luck.
Good luck with the interview, because we didn't have to deal with that. I like how the main
Let us
people
hope they-
being hired didn't get interviewed.
Yeah.
He didn't need interview.
We're just that good.
Well, that's the thing. Remember that he calls these impromptu interviews. Like, this isn't part of his
Don't
normal
play it.
procedures.
Yeah.
So, what now?
I believe we have some discussions about our primary accompaniment, as well as other arrangements we might have. Might as well get them fully sorted out and dealt with while we're waiting on these interviews.
Should we move over to a table, a bit more private? Is that the word? Away?
Secrecy would be nice.
Quiet? Yes.
Aye.
Yes. Okay.
Back to our.
Back to our booth!
The OG.
It's got
the
our
OG
names-
booth!
It's got Deet's name in blood on it.
I'm gonna sit in my old seat.
Yeah, bloodstained still there.
And it is as close to the door as he can get.
I would just notice Sajar's hesitancy. Sajar, are you okay?
Yes. My mind was elsewhere for a moment. I'll be right there.
Not the
Understood.
joining?
An interesting cast of very notable individuals, apparently.
I do have fun tidbits. Is that the term? And I'll pull out the piece of paper, lay it on the table flat out.
I will say, as you guys are like doing stuff, like as you guys were talking a while, the Hillland Guard did clear out. The West Levy stayed.
Okay, maybe pull it back a little bit.
The West, I will say, as you guys talk about wanting more privacy and stuff like that, they purposely move further away to where they are stationed currently. 4 of them are outside, 2 of them are still inside with you guys. 1 by the staircase and 1 over there. And the bartender gets about cleaning up the blood on his floor.
Oh, poor guy.
They're kind of being homies.
I can minor image the blood to not be there, but it'll still be there.
I don't think that helps him in the slightest.
Just delaying the inevitable, really.
Yeah.
If that's more of a legal problem. There was blood there, but you didn't put a sign there, but it didn't show there's blood there.
I could minor image a wet floor sign. There you go.
He just puts a wet floor sign and just begins like mopping all the blood up. It's like playing what's it called? Viscera cleanup detail.
Oh,
Surprisingly
yeah.
fun game.
You could prestidigitate it, yeah. You could begin helping him partially.
I do. I help a little bit.
He looks up at you and just nods in appreciation. Thank you for that. He still mops up the stuff that you're not getting, but if anything, he tells you get the places I already mopped. I can get the big stuff. You can get the small stuff.
As I walk past Nelia, Sajari's just gonna do a little sort of nod in deference, and
She bows slightly. Her scales are no longer visible. They faded once battle ended. So she still looks distinctly Navros, but less so. That being said, it's Wes Levin in the room right now, not Highlander, so she's in decent company.
yeah. And then as I walk past the blood, I'm just gonna press the digitate all across the floor and join the others.
Magic. Lucky.
So, yeah, I guess as you come over, we're just looking at this that's on the table now.
Yeah, what's on the table?
Yeah, so, Helene Farrington, you want to... Wait, no, I
Okay,
can't
yeah.
fucking beat that. Shit, no.
Wait a
So,
minute.
Oh,
What do you mean you
Diggs.
can't?
I know
I'm
that
gonna
word
let
belongs
it-
to the 4 letters.
So, this person looks a lot like you. It is sort of like a wanted poster. Yes, that is what this is, right?
That is correct.
You a criminal? So
No,
you're a criminal?
I'm not a criminal. There's a lot from my past I don't want to talk about right now.
Oh, very dark, mysterious.
Should we
He-
expect any time that we
I-
have a rest to be ambushed by something?
I mean, I guess it is important to let you guys know that there are some bounty hunters after me.
Criminal ones by the looks of it.
I'd say this is no ordinary bounty poster. You realize it, yes?
I know, and I'm sorry for bringing trouble to the group. I don't intend to cause harm, and I'm not a criminal if you guys have any concern.
Trouble lives in my shadow. Don't worry about that.
I would slide the wanted poster over to Sajar. What do you make of it?
Well, the fact that there's no bounty listed on it means it's illegal, and what you would get by cashing in on said bounty is beyond money, beyond coin. It's connection, influence, relic. If I didn't know any better, Deet, I would say you are a very valuable asset in the wrong hands.
Damn, should we cash her in?
No.
No. You said that like a You said that like the parent in that one meme of, "Hey Tommy, what do you have there? A knife." No.
A knife!
I think that I was not serious.
Insight.
It was joke.
That's good, because if you were, they're just as likely to cut your throat as reward you.
I like
You guys are doing so well in these inside checks.
I know, right?
Doing
Just
so well.
Look over to Deet. What do we need to know that is pertinent to our mission?
Well, there is this noble. He's after me in a way. I was one of his slaves.
Understood.
I don't want to go too much into these painful memories.
And you don't need to. We just need to know what will affect our success of this mission.
And when you want to kill him.
Aren't you
What,
from a
too
land
soon?
where slaves are exceptionally common?
It's fine. I came from there.
I was talking about Sajar.
Just because a practice is common doesn't mean it is good or right.
No, I suppose it is good you got out. Yes?
Yeah.
Freedom is
I want-
something to be valued. That I
I
can understand.
seek to get revenge, but I don't know if I want to bring you guys into this. I don't want you guys to get hurt. This is my fight.
Well, we're currently running into a war, so I think we get plenty out, yes? But a little more. If it ever comes up.
Yes.
I'd really appreciate it.
Well, I only speak for myself, of course, but
Technical checking. Can you guys see the nameplates of the NPCs?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, because
Yeah.
Oh,
science.
laggy. What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, I can see size now.
Okay.
yeah, I can see them all.
It was bugging out, and I don't know why. Something rap god.
That was super weird. It was super laggy for a minute there.
Yeah, it's been lagging for me the whole session, actually, which is kind of
The,
weird.
the map's probably too big. Is honestly probably the answer.
Oh,
And once the map's so big, it crashed like every other time I tried to move,
okay.
and it had all the lighting effects, and it was hilariously terrible, but also it was pretty fun.
I think my biggest was 150 by 150, and it was a nightmare.
Let me see if I can find the pictures of the one. But yeah, you guys can go.
All cards on the table, then. Does anyone else have any skeletons that might be popping up?
Well,
Um,
Bridane, you already know of my particular skeleton. His name is Milton. He's a bit of an asshole.
Milton. Is he also going to be sending bounty hunters? Or is he just an ass?
Our entanglement is a bit more personal. Though I wouldn't put it beyond him to hire some thugs. Tried that in the past. That's how I met Bridane, actually.
he saves the oh, you know, the distressed woman. What is that? Damsel,
The
that is
real-
it. Were you
Damsel
damsel
in
in
distress.
distress?
I am fabulous, absolutely, but not in distress. I was actually killing one of the thugs when he came across the path I was on.
Wonderful.
That is correct. He had it all but handled.
Oh, this is interesting. A friend over blood.
It's more common than you would
You could say that.
expect.
See,
Just a
Milton. We had a couple of run-ins back home. He was trying to muscle in, idiot, in the town. Right? He doesn't understand how things work in the exchange, obviously. I made life difficult for him. He took that personally. I didn't. Yeah. There's some stuff. Talk about that later, though.
Fucking huge.
That's really big.
Yeah.
That's really big.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
I made little
You
dots on
fool.
the maze, the garden maze, so it looked like fencing. But the problem is there's like 300 little dots in the lighting layer there.
You fool.
Wow,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah, so it crashed a lot,
I
I
imagine
learned a-
so.
and I learned a valuable lesson. Vanity is quite problematic.
Hang on.
Oriana just glances between Silas and Brendan.
Silas shrugs in an effort to, as the mood says, well, I once took a book from a shop without paying for it, but I was 5, and I believe that they forgave me. So,
Oh, you are quite the criminal as well.
Silence up here.
a little thief in my days.
Apparently so. You know what? I think you biggest danger of all. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky and furry hands. Oh, that joke didn't work. Which part of that was Garth and which part of that was Oriana? Who fucking
I'm not gonna bother questioning.
Yeah, I'm just assuming it's
She's
just
not
all of it's just meshing into the same.
It's the same person. Even though we were surprised, it was actually competent combatant skills.
So what's your story? Soldier type?
And as a soldier type, most of it I'm not allowed to tell you. And what I am allowed to tell you is nothing of interest.
So it just blinks.
I'd still like to hear it anyway.
Garth doesn't want.
Are they peeking at us?
I just look.
Well,
around.
I was actually trying to say, if you have a pass, just kidding, you can just roll perception.
Okay.
Hey, I rolled my perception. My
Hey, you rolled you did it.
Holy perception,
Yeah.
Batman.
Presumably not with guidance.
Ooh.
Not with guys, no, the Amber's not with previous.
But then it's my passive is what I rolled.
Fred, you did it. You got a 20.
Hey!
Another one. You have no 1s and 2 20s right now. Oh my god.
I don't believe you.
It's in the list.
Meanwhile, me over here, I'm pretty sure I
I-
like 5 or 6 once.
He's on
Yeah,
a
meanwhile, you're
very bad roll.
Pain.
I have 3 20s and no 1s.
Congrats.
I've only got 2 1s.
Yeah, it's really a divided statistics on this group, I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Mine is like dead even. It's like 2 and 2.
I got none of
Yeah.
each.
Yes, yeah, okay, well, you guys are the middles.
Yeah. It's a complete opposite to my last character as well, because she was only nat 20s.
Alright, well, listen, I
Fair
tried to do
play,
that for
but it doesn't
Dorky,
sound-
but she can roll herself. Dorky, can you roll perception?
Okay.
Oh, damn, that was a...
Holy god.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
Holy god, that's so bad.
No much better!
Alright, so to...
Sajar.
My god.
Silas?
It's not a terribly hard thing. If you got 14 or above, 14 or above, you can hear them walking down the aisle, so to speak, and then slow and quiet down.
Oh, they're bonding.
I was just gonna listen closely to see if they can hear anything else.
I don't
Perhaps
know.
this conversation should come to an endpoint.
Oh, what a shame.
Hmm.
I'm quite a fan when teams work well together. Well, good news. They are satisfactory enough. He says, throwing his head over at Boswinzel and them.
That is good.
Middling news is about the release of your prisoner. He looks over behind his shoulder at the woman called Octavia. Which will happen when it happens. Sooner rather than later, yes? She nods very slowly, almost sleepily. Is there anything else we should get working on? By the way, did you make your picks yet? Supply Avenue.
I believe we were just coming to that. I think we were going for the Hellenic Deep Strike team for the main ones, and then
I see.
discussing the possibility of having a second one as backup.
That's fair.
I
The
also
Hellenic Deep Strike
believe
team definitely have the rigidity of structure, so...
I am also believing that we were under the impression of taking Amber as our main accomplice. I feel like the general consensus was.
Yes.
And that her talents for the particular area that she works for might help with that second line of supply.
I see. Fantastic. He rubs his neck. Yeah, so leaves me to break the bad news. Don't worry about that, though.
I think, hang on, before you do that, I think we were discussing maybe having another one of them join us with those 3 that you just interviewed. As sort of a leader for their team, because, you know.
He shakes his head. Lambert won't have anything to do with it. He is rather passionate about this. He gestures at you guys. Mission.
He doesn't want to be sidelines.
No. And Kasai is, well,
He wouldn't be
Headstrong.
sidelined.
you might not think such.
Fair enough.
So, I suppose I'll just find other avenues for Lambert.
That is disappointing to hear.
He shrugs. It happens. Orders are orders. His mentor is a friend of mine, but just because he's my friend doesn't mean I'm going to shirk things for him. So, again, don't worry yourselves too much about it. You made your pick. And 3 extra, I suppose. 4, with the one we're about to get out of prison. And, I don't know, perhaps you'll see Kasai up there anyways. She's going up there no matter what.
Should have.
Perhaps so.
You would find friends in us, I think.
That or you'll find her dead on the ground, I don't know. She's but one woman.
Then maybe our paths can converge until they need to split.
He raised an eyebrow. Another request.
We're going that way anyways. Might as well provide her with some safety till she needs to accomplish what she needs to.
He thinks about something. If you're going to do that, don't tell Lambert. I don't know him to be rebellious, although that spark of his has been growing as of late. So don't give it more fuel. Please.